Hey guys, this is Buster from Impact Studios. Today I'm showing off my new bass. It's called the Nuclear Bass, and here's how it sounds in a full mix. So, what's new with this bass is that it has two velocities, and it's still got the slides and all that, but I added the velocity because I want to be able to get the faster stuff sounding more realistic. So I'm actually going to turn the plugins off here, and you'll hear what the DI sounds like when it's the lower velocity. So if I were to use the maximum velocity on this fast part, it would sound like this instead. Switching back. Some people are after that sound for sure, but I'm more interested in getting it to sound as real as possible because I get MIDI bass from bands very often, so I want it to sound as good as a real bass. This bass comes processed and unprocessed, and today I'm using the unprocessed DI version of it. And I can show you some of the processing I'm doing to make it sound this way. So I split the bass up in two tracks, sub and grit. And the sub track starts out with a filter. A pretty generous boost just to get the level right. From there, it goes into this GTR amp plugin with a Thunder bass amp, adding some drive, some bass, removing the mid-treble and direct signal. And I'm also removing the cabinet impulse altogether. After that, some EQ. Just boosting some 100 Hertz. And then some more EQ. This is the new Pro Q3, which has the dynamic EQ, which helps me level out the volume. I also filter out anything under like 50 Hertz and anything over 180. This changes depending on tuning and stuff like that, but this is what I went for here. This provides a pretty solid sub bass. Next, the grid track. First thing is EQ. This is basically to add a bunch of grit, just like high-end information, which then goes into distortion and creates the stringy sound. I cut out some 200, some 800, and boost a shit ton of 3000. Before sounds like this. After sounds like this. After that, I put a compressor. Just even it out after the extreme EQ. Then we go to the distortion. Use I use different distortions, pedals and stuff, but today I use the FabFilter Saturn. This is great because you can split it up into multiple channels. I use two in this case. One that's more for the notes. This riff is so low tuned, you can really hear the notes super well, but once you get up there, you'll hear like very much like the notey frequencies. Then we have the grits, I guess, from 800 800 hertz and up. And together, after this, we have some more EQ to beef the sound up. It's kind of thin right now. So before, after. Last thing is soothe. This is just to remove some harsh peaks created by the grit EQ in the beginning. And together it sounds like this. Keep in mind this tone is for more brutal music, I guess. You can make way more subtle tones than this. It's pretty extreme. But this is what I personally use it for when writing for my band.